So in this video I want to show you how I add this beautiful like surface crochet like line in between the lines of the striped blanket. So you're gonna start actually I started at the other end. So you're gonna start next to your border. So my border is 6 stitches in ribbing, just so that it's like it lays nice and flat, because otherwise the stockinette is gonna roll. So I'm just gonna start here for my border. I'm gonna take my yarn and a 10 mm hook. So I use the same hook size as the needle size that I've used for the knitting. And what I'm gonna do is I am going to insert my hook in between the stitches, so in between the 6th and the 7th stitch, and I'm gonna do that in between, like right at the color change. I like to do it inside the loop from the bottom color inside the loop of the top color, but you can choose either, it doesn't matter as long as you keep it the same. So I'm gonna do it here, and I'm gonna start by like poking and picking up the yarn from underneath it. I'm left-handed, so I'm going to go from left to right, but if you're right-handed, you go in like the other direction. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave a tail. I'll secure that just like you would secure any tail at the end later. And I'm going to work with the other thread. The thread always stays like under your blanket, and your hook always stays at the top. Going to insert your hook in the next one of these loops. So you're going to skip an entire stitch, which is like 2 bars. And you're going to insert your hook in the next loop from that color, and you're going to pull up a loop from your white thread and pull through the stitch, and then pull through your previous loop. And you can like tighten, like that first one is gonna be on the loose side until you've secured it, but you can do that at the end. So you just keep going the same way. So you're going to insert your hook in the next stitch, pull up a loop from under the blanket, pull through, and then pull through that first loop. And this way you're just going to surface crochet all along your blanket edge, like wherever you want to do the line. In this project it's in between both colors. So to have like a beautiful regular line, always make sure you go inside the last loop from the bottom color every stitch, so you have like a nice even stitch, like your surface crochet stitches are like the same length throughout. So when you reach the end of your blanket, again you're going to stop before the ribbing, which is the like 6th last stitch. So here I need to make just one more. Then I'm going to cut off my end here. I keep a tail like for sewing and weaving and like making sure that I am doing this tidy. And then how I like to do it is I like to make it look like I'm doing just one more, but I'm only going to take like half a stitch, and I'm going to put my hook here and like pull up the yarn, but I'm going to pull it like through so that it like secures. And this one I'm making like nice and tight, so it's like nicely secured. Then I'm going to take tapestry needle. So I like to use these ones with like the big loop for like chunky yarns. You have them on Hobby or probably on Amazon too. But you can use like a regular tapestry needle. This one is just easier to like pull the thread through. And you're just going to bring it back to the back side, and then you just weave it in at the back side. How I like to do it is I like to work through the actual place where you already have the whites, so that it's going to be as discreet as possible on the wrong side of your project. Because it's a blanket, I like my wrong side to be as pretty as I can, even if it's not like obviously the same because it's like a different pattern, but I still want it to be pretty because it's never gonna lay, like when you use it you're not gonna put it always like nice and pretty like right side up. So if it's not like symmetrical, I still try to keep it pretty on both sides, and then you just like wave it in few rows, well, not really rows, but like stitches. And then I like to go back a couple. I like to go like through the yarn for the last one. Make sure you don't like poke through to the other side, so that it's not visible on the right side. Just like try to go like in the thread, so that it stays nice and secure. And then you can just cut it, and this one is an end that I can just cut, just staying around. And I still need to weave in those ones, but that's a problem for another day. So like hop, and then on this side it's nicely finished.